Just a minute. Again, I am Blaze. This is Trixie. How's it going, man?
Hello, hello. I'm doing fine. It was nice winning mouse.
Well, great games. I mean, those were really, really exciting, especially game one. Break it down for me a little bit. How'd you feel after each one?
The first game. Well, we kind of thought that they would try lane against us, but then we've come to kind of a conclusion that if you have Ench and you contest enemy forest, it usually doesn't work out so well. Didn't really work out for them either.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up having free farm, kind of, and then the main problem was the gyro having such a good game, but yeah, we won in the end because of Weaver and me, and then we had the BM to just lock the gyro in place. They
Yeah.
couldn't really do anything.
Cool. I mean, you had like what three boost travels and the keeper to recall them back. That's just, I mean, really, really good setup to stay mobile and kind of. They wanted to take 5v5, but it seemed like you wouldn't let them have it at least not on their terms.
Yeah, well, it's also because I mean Mag is a really good 5-on-5 hero, but we especially suck against the Mag for some reason. We always get like at least two, like even three people so many times. So we lose those fights kind of easy, and it's bad of us. But yeah, the traps were, I think in the like the late game when we killed. I don't know who we killed. Was it Gyro or Nakes? And we knew that he can't buy back, so we
Mm-hmm.
also bought traps and we TP'd to their base and just pretty much won the game right there.
Exactly. Yep. That's. I mean, that's kind of a war of attrition, but it works out for you really, really well. That was smooth play, and I'm really glad that it worked out for you guys in that sense. Moving on, I have actually a lot of viewer questions. So trying to
Oh
actually,
God, no!
I won't take too much of your time, man. But I'm trying to think
It's
of
fine.
where they even start. Holy crap, there's a lot of it. Well, I'll just pull one off the top of my head. That was like the second one I was going to ask. But kind of going back towards your Heroes of Newer's experience. Is there any hero in Han that you would love to port over to Dota 2 to see that in this current competitive meta?
Not, I can't remember the H1 heroes that well anymore. I would love to have Scout, just because Scout, but that's about it.
Really? Of all the
Yeah,
heroes, you pick Scout?
yeah, Scout is the best hero pretty much. Just
Got it.
you just make Shield Breaker or Desolator, whatever it's called, and then you just make Rape.
Awesome, awesome. Well,
They could also make the crit work like it used to crit, like work back in the day when you could crit with our 1k with only one item. That was nice.
hmm. Interesting, interesting. Shoot, wow, there's really a lot of spam. Here we go. Okay. What do you think you did well in those two games, and is there anything that you think needs to improve?
Um, well, like I said, what we need to improve on is pretty much the first game, like against Mag, how to play pretty much against that hero, and then the second game, I don't know what happened, but our offlane trialing got crushed, and that happens quite often as well. So that's at least something to improve on, and yeah, and then my play in general might have needed some improvement lately as well. That's why my teammates weren't even like they were trolling me all the time in the both of the games. That's why they made me play PL as well. Then put Adrian on, I mean Era on Weaver, so I don't feed off lane. And then the first, the second game I was playing Silencer, so I don't feed.
Yeah.
And they didn't trust my Silencer. But I was like, Bat can't do anything against the Silencer.
Yeah. Actually, like there was one point where there's action up top. You actually got a solo kill on the bat. He was under his tower. I don't even know how you did that, man. But it's just that last word's so powerful, and you played it really well. How do you feel about him now? He's changed a lot, but do you think he's something that you guys want to look into picking a lot more in the future?
I personally think it's a really good hero, and it's I don't think there's many heroes that can win it one on one, especially short lane against long lane. Maybe like a hero like a Silly Bear, because you can get entangles and stuff, but anything else like a Batrider, Clockwork, anything else is just Windrunner. I think anything else is just gonna get crushed. I like there was another situation in Bottleman as well. I was gonna kill him at the 6 minute mark, but then nighttime just came and I couldn't get
Oh.
my nuke off.
Hmm.
And like the nuke itself is so ridiculous, main as well because you get the vision. That's like the big thing, because you can't juke, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the silenced, and then you get silenced, and then you just throw your glaives. And the hero, you have a global silence. Like we won so many fights as well because of the global silence.
Fair. Yeah, pretty much an accurate sentiment of that. He has a lot of team fight presence. No one can deny that. But he played it really well, and that was really interesting to see happen in that situation where Bat's generally considered one of the best 1v1, but like you said, he doesn't really have that much utility up against a silencer who just picks up a simple magic stick. So, pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can man up against the hero like easily as well. There was one point when he wanted to go on me, but then I just put silence and just started throwing. Then he had to go back. Like usually, Batweather just goes on people when you get like 3 or 4 stacks, but against the silencer, it's pretty hard to do. Pretty much impossible to do.
A couple of questions all combined together that kind of orient around the idea of between matches. How do you guys prepare for this kind of stuff? Question is that does Fnatic suffer since there's so many small tournaments going on? And do you think you would benefit a lot if you did like a team house thing or a boot camp or something where you could improve together as a team? Or do you think you're already on a level where that's not going to change too much as far as your style goes?
Boot camping, of course, and having a team house would pretty much make any team play better. There's not a question about it. If you live on a house just to play a game, of course you're gonna improve, and of course, like we would play a lot more than we play at the moment. Like right now, what we actually do, we don't actually scrim that much because we have officials like every day except Fridays. And what we do is that we have one warm-up game before every official, just so, because we tend to, like, if it's a best of 3, we tend to lose the first game if we don't have a warm-up game. So we just lose the warm-up game instead, and then we can maybe win the best of 3s. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
So early in Fnatic EU's transition into Dota 2, there was a lot of scrambling for who plays what role and a little bit of issues therein. Long-term, stuff like comparing Hani and No-Tail in mid lane. How do you feel about that? And also, how do you feel about your current situation as off lane and that kind of thing? Do you like it more than carry, or?
Well, the main issue, like the main thing with No-Tail playing the secondary support is because like we don't lose out on much. Even if someone would say that like No-Tail is better than Honey mid, I'm not saying that it is, but even if someone would say that it is like that, then Honey is, I would say, a much worse a secondary support than No-Tail is. So we would lose overall if we changed it around. Like there's certain heroes that Honey can play well, like many heroes, but I think the secondary support heroes and the heroes itself, they like No-Tail plays that kind of role really well, like Disruptor, yeah, Undying, whatever there is, he plays those heroes really well, so there's no point to change them. And about my offlane, we I don't know, I like the offlane because it has it has a big challenge, but I like to play certain kind of heroes. I like to play those red Dota heroes, as people tend to say. I like to be a pain in the ass for the opponents, like with a Furin or a PL or something that you can, like, you don't put yourself that much into danger, but you can still like split push and do like annoying things to the opponents. That's kind of the heroes that I want to play. And this game we just switched the things around. I don't even know why, but it worked out better. Like it worked out really well. So yeah, I don't really mind.
Yeah, and I think you're kind of referencing the whole Rat Dota thing, and I think that your team in general plays really well. Like I think it was Virtus Pro that you guys faced earlier, and what they said in their interview was pretty much you have to ban or pick Profit before they get their hands on it, and that's how you kind of control it. Because yeah, like you said, you like to go kind of in and out, be a thorn in their side. And like things like the Phantom Lancer, the Weaver, the Beastmaster being slow, mobile, and active, I think that really is a fun style to cast, and it also works out really well for how you guys make it work.
Yeah, it's fun to be a pain in the ass.
All right, and another question. Pretty much like as far as your expectations, if you're thinking about moving in towards International 3, I mean that's only like 6 months away or so. You got a stable roster. You feel confident if you were to be invited to that you would be able to move forward in it?
Yeah, I mean, first we would have to get invited,
Hmm.
Like, and after the invitation, there's gonna be a lot of time in between, I think. Like last time, I think the invitations were like, I think they sent them quite early so people could prepare and get their things together. So if we get the invitation, then we would probably discuss what to do. If we would go somewhere, if we would like go move as five to some place, I don't know. We would do something, but I'm not sure what. We would first have to get the invitation and then see what happens.
Most definitely, most definitely. So that's. I definitely think that you guys, the way I've seen you guys play, at least, I mean, you're at the top, towards the top of the Premier League. You guys have done really unique kind of styles that bring in a kind of a new, fresh scent to Dota, and I think it's pretty awesome that it's something that a lot of people can appreciate. Obviously, you have a lot of fans, but also you have great success just in these different interactions. So, I've really, as far as the current teams that you're up against, I think that you're in a good spot. But how would you compare yourself to the new ones, the new Navi roster, the Cupid Red Pandas, the ones that are coming up and kind of on the rise? How do you feel about them?
Mm, we haven't played the new Navi, but I think they're gonna be really strong, and they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be like the top dogs soonish, at least. And the new Cupid, then we played them a few times, and they're strong as well. But I think they like what I've seen from just a few games. They tend to draft the same kind of heroes to the same kind of style, so they could be a bit predictable. But I'm not sure because I haven't really like played them too much. But yeah, they have a lot of potential as well. So yeah, it's just we have to wait and see what happens.
Most definitely. Well, looking on into the future, I'm happy that you guys are doing so well right now, and best of luck to you in the future. Thanks.
Yeah.
Unless you have any other shout outs you want to give.
Nah, it's fine. I just want to go play Path of Exile right now.
Nice, nice. Okay. Well, catch you later, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Yeah.
See ya.